Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel, Curious Perro. Today we're going to talk about relief pitchers in the 2020 Fantasy Baseball Draft. I hope you enjoy this video. On today's video, we're going to concentrate on one particular category. I'm talking about relief pitchers, but I'm really talking about saves. Relief pitchers can obviously add to your strikeouts and a little bit to your wins, which is a positive on a lot of these guys near the end of the game. But the number one category we're really looking at fulfilling here is saves. Before we look at relief pitchers counting from 5 up to number 1, don't forget to help out a little bit. How about get yourself a Fantasy Baseball Guru t-shirt? You can look down below and have some information on it. Love you to take a look. It may make your team better. So let's get right into it. Our number 5 selection for relief pitcher slash closer in this year's draft is Kenley Jansen of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The best attribute of Kenley Jansen is that he is the closer for the Dodgers. There's not much competition for the position. Trainin has moved over there and could provide a little bit. Maybe they'll spur him on because Jansen has not been his best the last 2 years. In fact, he had about 8 blown saves last year. But he still is quite good, obviously. That's why we have him as number 5. He had 80 strikeouts last year in 63 innings, so he averages more than a strikeout an inning. And he had about 33 saves, he had 33 saves last year. I expect him to have a few more this year with the Dodgers. His whip is still low, right around 1, so I expect him to have a good season. Our number 5 selection, closer Kenley Jansen of the Los Angeles Dodgers. My number 4 selection for relief pitcher slash closer for the 2020 Fantasy Baseball Draft is Roberto Osuna of the Houston Astros. Last year he had 38 saves. I expect the same, if not more, this year. He had 73 strikeouts over 65 innings last year. Again, more than 1 strikeout per inning pitched. I expect him to continue at that rate, maybe a little bit better as he settles in with the Astros. He has a lot of opportunities to get saves. Again, the Astros win a lot of games, and they're in a lot of close, tight games, even more than the Dodgers, and for that matter, which makes him a little more valuable than Jansen. His whip is below 1, so he throws strikes. My number 4 selection for relief pitcher closer is Roberto Osuna of the Houston Astros. With the number 3 selection of relief pitchers slash closers, I select from the New York Yankees, Aroldis Chapman. Chapman is just a phenomenal pitcher. Pitches from the left side, throws right around 100 miles an hour or better. Absolutely incredible thrower. Now, he has come off of his over 100 miles per hour throwing. He does still only throws in the top 90s. I mean, unbelievable thrower. He is the closer for the New York Yankees. He had 37 saves last year. I expect more this year. Now, he is older, so he questioned a little bit on his durability, but he has been just an amazing player throughout his years. He has a whip a little bit over 1, but he did have 85 strikeouts through 57 innings last year. And again, he's the closer for the New York Yankees, who are supposed to be good this year. My selection, number 3, Chapman for the New York Yankees. My number 2 selection for this year's relief pitcher / closer is kind of a strange one, a lot of people would think. It's Kirby Yates of the San Diego Padres. I'll tell you why. Kirby Yates had 41 saves in 2020 for the Padres. He had 101 strikeouts over a little more than 60 innings pitched. That's absolutely incredible. He has a sub-1 whip. And he is number 2 in strikeouts compared to walks. And he pitches for the Padres. Now, the Padres may be a little bit better this year, or he's in the last year of a contract. Maybe he'll get traded to a team that's in the run. My number 2 selection, Kirby Yates, San Diego Padres. You might want to pick him for your team. Small market relief pitchers, closers sometimes are lost in the shuffle. You get a lot of people playing fantasy or from the big cities and also don't know baseball very well. Josh Hader, Milwaukee Brewers, my number 1 selection, relief pitcher / closer in this year's draft. So when it comes to Josh Hader, I just need to read you the numbers from the last year and you get a sense of why this guy's the number 1 selection. He had 37 saves last year. I expect a few more this year because he did not close the entire year. He had 138, let me repeat this, 138 strikeouts in 75 2/3 innings. 138 strikeouts. That's phenomenal. He did give up 15 home runs last year. Remember the juiced ball? So if we end up with him not with the juiced ball, I would expect him to do even better than he did last year. Now, he was the number 1 relief pitcher when it came to strikeouts versus walks. He had the most strikeouts. An absolutely phenomenal pitcher. Pitches on a very good Milwaukee Brewers team, who I anticipate is going to be even more competitive this year. My number 1 selection, relief pitcher / closer for the 2020 fantasy baseball is Josh Hader, Milwaukee Brewers.